A very exciting thing happened. Billy Feaster finished. He got all the spray foam insulation up, the sheetrock tape and bend texture, and then I painted this morning, and my goodness, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Here, let me show you a couple things that I think are really cool. So we got these bullnose corners, these rounded corners, and I just think that they're gorgeous. We're starting to get outlets in here, which is really great. And I know that a lot of times I ask you guys to use your imagination. I'm like, put on your thinking cap and use your imagination, because this is gonna be really cool, but then every day gets a little bit cooler. And so I'm super excited because we're getting real close. Like once we're at this stage, it's just cabinets, countertops, you know, plumbing fixtures, floors, doors, trim, and then we're pretty much done. So, and some of the driveway and stuff like that. But probably another 2 weeks and I think this will be ready. So if you guys are thinking about buying this, you best jump on it because it's gonna get sold real quick. All right, so I wanna talk about this because I've been thinking about this a lot. Jesus said in the Bible, I think it's in Matthew, that whoever helps one of my disciples, whoever so much as gives him a cup of cold water, he will not lose his reward in heaven. And I've been thinking about that because, here's why, because so many people help me out. And so many people are kind to me and they just want to be nice and helpful and kind of stand behind me and everything. And I just want to say thank you so much to all those people. But I also want to say that when it comes time to Judgment Day and God looks at me and goes, what do you, John, have to say about this person? I'm going to be like, let me just tell you, they helped me when I needed help. And I don't have a bad thing to say about them. But I know what you're thinking. John, I did you dirty. And I talked trash about you behind your back, or maybe I cheated on you, or lied, or stole from you, or whatever. And I want you to know, I think about this a lot too. I forgive you. Just take that burden off of you. That's not something, I don't keep track of that stuff, right? I don't sit there and go, ooh, this person makes me mad, because that's unhealthy. That's not good for you. So I don't do that stuff. So if you did me dirty, I just want you to know I forgive you. And if I did something nice for you, I want you to know I probably don't remember it. If you come to me and say, hey, remember we did that nice thing? I will be at a total loss. Like, when did I ever do anything nice for you? And that's a good way to live your life. Because if you don't keep track of who owes you, and you don't keep track of who did you wrong, but you do keep track of who helped you, I just think that makes the world a better place. All right, so I'm gonna get back to work, and I'm so excited to show you guys what we got coming up. So we did not make a video yesterday. We were pretty busy. We did quite a bit of stuff, and I'm not gonna bore you with all the details because you guys got better things to do. But it dawned on me, probably a lot of you guys are not ever gonna put in all new cabinets in your kitchen yourself. But if you want to, it's pretty simple. So what you wanna do is first you wanna do your upper cabinets, and the reason why is because it's hard to lean over this and do this, so it's easier if you do the uppers first and then do your lowers, okay? So these are individual boxes that you buy at Home Depot. So this is a 2 foot, and this is a 2 foot, and that's a 30 inch by 1 foot, and that's a 1 foot by 30 inch. And this is a 3 foot, okay? So you find your studs, and a lot of people, at some point in my life, somebody said, John, do you even own a stud finder? And I'm like, a mirror? Yeah, I got a mirror, but I don't need that. So where your outlets are, usually on one side or the other, there's gonna be a stud, okay? So you can tap, and you can tell it right there's gonna be a stud. And you can see, get it closer here. But that's where I screwed, right? And then, see how that sounds solid? There's a screw right there, and right there, and then in the corners you're always gonna have them, and so on. So there's a strip down here, and you screw into that strip, and then on the top, up there, there's another strip that's similar to that. Okay, so you screw those, and then up in the tops, you screw one cabinet to the other, and then that holds them up tight, so that this is even and flush and the same height, right? So that's what you want. And then eventually we level the doors and everything. Okay, so maybe you're thinking to yourself, this is highly more likely that you're gonna put in a new vent microwave. Okay, so that looks like this right here. And you see these over your stove all the time. So in case you don't have an imagination, just put your thinking cap on. This is gonna be the sink. Obviously there will be a garbage disposal. This will be the dishwasher right here. Then we got cabinet space. Then we're gonna have a stove and a vent microwave. Over there's gonna be a fridge. Okay, so the first thing is that they give you a template, okay? And you tape this template up, and it tells you, hey, put us a hole here, 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 and then here, right? And so then it tells you what size holes, and if you have a drill bit set like I do, and you're like, oh, I need 1.5 inches, and I need a 5/8, and then you get it, and then you drill up in here. And the big hole is to put your plug through, and then the plug comes in, plugged up into here. If you don't have one, you're gonna have to put one in. And then there's 2 holes. So what happens, and I'm gonna show you kind of step by step, but I can't do everything because it's just being a camera person. So this is gonna end up going here, and on the back of the microwave, it catches in, and you come up, and then there's 2 screws that hold it up and suck it up in there. And that's really what holds the microwave in. So you wanna make sure that this is in something solid. You wanna make sure that you're in your studs. So once again, there's a stud, there's one, you can tell because there's a outlet down here that's nailed to, and then right here. So really the 2 corners and then one right here. And we'll just put some screws in that, we'll get these holes drilled, and then I will show you the next step. And I want you to know that no matter how far you push the envelope, it will still be stationary. Oh hey, so as the prophecy foretold, the microwave's in. Come closer, I'm gonna show you how this works. Okay, I can't do everything with you because I'm actually doing it. See these little hooks right here, and there's little notches in the microwave? So you set the microwave in there, and then you tilt it up, right? And then there's a hole, and this cord goes through the hole, and then there's 2 screws, and the screws go into the top of the microwave. It's got a washer on it. And then you screw that up, and then tighten it up, and then plug it in. That's pretty important. And then you open the door. You got to leave the instructions for whoever's going to buy the house, because they'll be like, how to use a microwave. So like I got very confused on how to use a microwave. I don't really cook a lot, I think you guys know that. But I did put a potato in the microwave, and there's this button that says frozen pizza, and so I hit that button, and I waited quite a while. Obviously we don't have power, so it made it more difficult, but it was still a potato. And I was just like, I don't think I understand how things really work. Speaking of, I don't understand how things really work. This girl, and this is embarrassing, said to me, we should be friends with benefits. And I'm like, you are insane. I'm not that kind of a guy. If you think that I'm gonna pay for your 401k and pay for your health insurance just to be my friend, you are crazy. I'm not dumb. So, many of you probably sit around thinking all day long, how do you put up cordless mini blinds? I've seen these things. I don't want my kids to get tangled up and, you know, do bad things. Well, I'm about to show you. From open up a box to done. Okay, so these come closer. See, this says 35 by 64. That's your width, and that's your height. Okay, so I know that these are 3 by 5 windows, which is a 36, but then you got a half-inch of sheetrock on this side, which puts it 35, and they're 64 long. Or sorry, they're 60 inches long, and this is 64, so that's okay. It's a little bit long. So we're gonna open up the box, right? And then there's a box of hardware in here. We're gonna open this up. And if you already know what you're looking for, which I do, then I'm gonna get the screws and that piece like this. And then these 2, and the rest of that. Okay, so these things, come closer. These clips hold the balance, and I'll show you what that means. So that snaps into place, right? Like that. Then we gotta get screws. When you see how easy this is, you're gonna be like, why did I pay somebody to hang my blinds when I do it myself? I don't know. Maybe you're lazy. Maybe you just don't know. Darn good at YouTube. Darn cool like that. Alright, so we're gonna get these things. Okay. And what happens is it snaps in and then it locks in here, right? So these screw up to the top. All the way around the window, there's gonna be a stud. Okay, up on top will be a header, so they'll probably be, you know, wood along here, and then all the way, really all the way around the window. So these ones I'm gonna put on the inside. You can also put them up here like that if you wanted to, but I'm not gonna do that. Oh, let's see how bad I am. Not that bad. Now it does most of the hard work. Now comes the easy part. Okay, so you get this thing, and it kind of sits on this back lip. You'll see it like this, and it snaps into place. It snaps into place. And they're cordless, so you just pull down. You gotta get this cardboard out of the way, because who wants that? Who better than that? And then you get this thing snap it in. That's what turns your whatever. And this is your balance piece, and it's got a little piece that locks in here to these balance clips, right? So it's so easy, even a caveman can do it. And that's pretty much it. Center that up, and then these just open, or and close, and then obviously you can turn them. You've done it. Yeah, you install windows, and then you hopefully got a big box and just throw stuff in there. And you're done. So I realized I haven't made any videos today, and I'm sorry. We were doing the tile for the shower. So come on in here. Let's take a look around. We did. It's a pretty cool shower. It's got 2 shower heads. So there's a shower head over here. We've got a soap dish that we made. Obviously nothing's secure yet. There's a bench over here. And then on this side, there's another shower head and another soap dish. And then we're gonna have pebble stone on the floor, and we're gonna have a granite, a black granite seat here, and we're gonna have a black granite ledge on this, and then obviously a shower guard. So we are pretty excited about that. We're about to do tile around this thing. Go ahead and show it over here. So that should be pretty neat too. We may get that done today, we'll see. But what do I want to talk about? I mean, a lot of people are like, John, how long have you been building houses, and how long have you been doing construction? Like, can I do as much as you on day one? I did have somebody that was like, I'd like to take you out for coffee and kind of pick your brain for about 15 minutes and learn everything you know. And I'm like, bro, it won't take you a full 15 minutes. I mean, we're gonna have plenty of time to cuddle afterwards, trust me. But to let you know how long I've been building, I actually built the log cabin that I was born in. So think on that tonight. Also, here's something to think about too. A lot of you guys I know are having a real hard time with insomnia. I can tell everybody talks about it constantly. And this is what I think, right? Your brain knows that your body needs to heal, and so you need to sleep and rest. And so it makes up movies inside your head, we call them dreams. And then that keeps your interest, and you're like, oh, I'm off in another land. It's like watching TV, but it's in your brain. And then you stay asleep as long as you need to. But maybe your dreams aren't that interesting. And so your body's like, this is lame. I think I'm just gonna wake up. So maybe you should dream bigger and have more of an imagination. That way you can sleep better. Also, the other theory that I heard is that if you can't sleep, it's because somebody else is dreaming about you. And I just want to tell you, I can't sleep either. So please, whoever it is, stop dreaming about me. It's not gonna happen. Good morning. I hope that you guys have done something with your morning productive so that you can feel good about yourself. I know I have. I poured that pan. You can't see it because the lighting in here is just god awful. We're gonna get power soon, but inspectors, you know. Anyway, this morning we laid all this tub surround for the jacuzzi, and obviously it's still a dirty mess, and we still need to grout it, and we need to grout in here, put the pebble stone and the granite and things like that. But we're about to lay the shower tile in the other bathroom, and then we're gonna go get all the floor tiles. So we'll lay floor tile in here, in the toilet area, the half bath, the other bath, and the laundry room. So I want to tell you guys a story because I know you guys like stories. Somebody told me a long time ago that hell is like a banquet table, and everything in the world that you would ever want to eat is up and down this banquet table. Delicious, just smells great, looks great, and you're like, I want to eat that. But your arms are locked at the elbows, so you can't get the food up to your mouth. So you're just starving, right? And you're miserable and frustrated because like that's right in front of you, the thing that you want, and you're being tempted by it, but you can't actually be satisfied by this. And I thought, that does not sound pleasant. And then they said, heaven is the exact same banquet table, filled with all the exact same food, just tempting you and delicious and whatever, and your arms are still locked at the elbows. But people are feeding each other. So they have taken a difficult, uncomfortable situation and adapted and learned to modify and be kind to each other and help each other out, at which point something that was torturous and horrible now becomes enjoyable and a pleasant experience. So that's not really what heaven and hell are like. In case you look it up in the Bible and you want to fact check me, it's not accurate, but I thought it was a cool story because we can take the bad situations in life and be kind to each other and make them into better situations. Anyway, we're gonna get back to work and we'll see you soon. Still watching, I see. All right, so today we poured this pan we laid this tile. We also laid the tile in the other bathroom and the shower. Then we laid that floor. Then we laid this half bath floor. We're about to lay this floor. Then we got to do laundry floor. But we also laid this pebble stone, and that's what I want to show you. So the lighting, I've realized, is not amazing, but we just think that this is really cool. So pebbles grow like this. They have pebble farms, and in these pebble farms, they keep them very smooth and flat, and they put pebble seeds in there, and then they keep them in containers, and then they grow, and then they stop at a certain point, and they lay them out on sheets, and then they sell them to us like that, which I had no idea that you could even buy pebble seeds, but I mean, wow, right? You guys again, huh? Well, I'm happy to see you. All right, so what did we do today? We did some grouting, we did some laminate. Let me show you around. Lighting is really bad right now. We don't have power yet. I apologize, but let me just show you, and hopefully you can see some stuff. So we did all this laminate in here, which is really, I think, beautiful. And then we grouted all this tile, and still got a film on it, whatever. And you know, you're not gonna be able to see any of this stuff. So let's just, moving on. But we also did this laminate here, and most of this in the kitchen. But then people came by and wanted to talk. And I gotta tell you, I love talking to people. I really do. I think it's wonderful. And you know what? I like to hear people's stories. And I'd like to hear you guys' stories. Because I am sure that right now you're probably like, ooh, I'm mad about whatever, fill in the blank. And you're just thinking, I just wish that I had something to make me feel happy. Well, I'm here for you. Okay, so my challenge to you is, think about somebody who has helped you and didn't ask for anything in return. They were just like swooped right in, right in the nick of time, and helped you with something and brightened your day. It can't be me because obviously I don't help people. I'm not into that sort of thing. But I would love it if you shared it. You can get do a video, or you can just write it out there, or whatever you guys want to do. I want to tell you, one, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of stories of where people help me out. I'm just like, I'm so grateful for you as a friend and as a person. So let me think. In 1990, was that 31 years ago? I guess I was like 17, and I was building a log cabin up in Washington State. And I didn't know what I was doing, but you know, whatever. And I'd saved $5,000 making $5 an hour at Applebee's as a dishwasher. And then I bought a camper trailer and gave everything I had away and kind of sold all my stuff. And we drove from North Carolina all the way to Washington State. And then bought 20 acres of land, and then hand dug a well, and hand dug an outhouse, and hand dug a fire pit, and then built a log cabin out of the trees there. We did all this for less than $5,000, all right? Bought a chainsaw and everything. And then I dug this well. We hit water at 3 feet, and I was pretty happy about that. And then all of a sudden, like a squirrel got into it and died, and all the water stunk and whatever. And I was just like, oh, we need to have water because, I don't know if you know this, but our bodies are mostly water. And so we have to drink a lot of it. We were pretty much out of the money. It was getting close to wintertime. And this guy in town, everybody in town, it was a small town, had heard about this crazy kid and his mom out there building a log cabin out in the woods. That was me. I was a crazy kid. And this guy came by, potty mouth. His name was Don Giddings. Super nice guy. Came out there, he looks, he goes, John, what you need to do, we need to get a backhoe out here and dig you a hole about 20 feet deep, stick a culvert in there, put a bunch of gravel around it, perforate the holes, put a pump in there, and make you a well house. And I'm like, well, how much is that gonna cost? And he told me, and I was like, well, I can't even afford nothing, like I'm dead broke. And the guy just looks at me and goes, I've had hard times before too. And he came out there with his own backhoe, and he dug me a well and put in a culvert at his expense, drilled holes in it, put a bunch of gravel in at his expense, put in a well at his expense, and our land was way off the road, and so he took his grader and everything, and he graded me a road down the mountain to the road for free. And just was like, you know what, don't mention it. And I will never forget the fact that that guy helped me when I really, really needed it. I heard, and I don't know for sure, that years later he died. Yeah, I mean, we're all gonna die one day. But I just want you guys to know that if it comes time on Judgment Day and God looks at me for any of you guys and he says, what's your testimony about this person? I love that person and I'm only gonna say good things about you. And that goes for literally any of you guys watching this. Like, I don't care how bad you've been to me. If God comes to me and goes, John, what's your testimony to this person? I'll be like, I love that person and I want them to have mercy. Anyway, so I would love to hear your stories of when somebody helped you guys, because these are the kind of things that brighten our day. Oh, hey there. You guys again, huh? Well, I'm laying some laminate floor. This is luxury vinyl plank, okay? And so what this means is it's 100% waterproof. It's got a pad on the back, which is nice, so it doesn't make that clankety clackety sound. I want to show you guys how easy this is to install. Okay, so you notice that there's a tongue side and there's a groove side. Okay, so one goes into the other. I'll show you. Just like this. Just comes in here at a 45-degree angle, and then that's it. It just snaps in place, right? So to measure this, you can do it the hard way, or you can do it like this. Just come in here and be like, I want to measure that, right? I put something underneath it so I don't get scratch marks all over the place. Get a square, score it. And that's that, which is pretty cool. So then you make sure that you're over here on this side, snapped in, you got a rubber mallet, right? And there's also, whatever. Then we'll do another one. Let's see. Oh, it's more than a full one. That's good. So here's the full one, pretty simple. Just put that in, and then we'll cut this one too. But I want to show you guys how we do the starters and stuff. Okay, so there's starters and finishers, because this is directional. So all the ones that we cut on the finish side, then the leftovers are the starters over here. So now we just take these and snap them into place. And it's pretty easy. So in case your house floods because maybe your pipe burst or something, this is 100% waterproof. I've seen pictures where they've got this like submerged in water and nothing, it doesn't decompose at all, which is pretty much amazing. So this is how you do it. And it goes pretty quick. We did about 1,540 square feet in about 7.5 minutes. I only exaggerate about 500% of the time, so I don't believe anything I say. It's hard to argue facts are not real. This goes on until you get to the end. But that's how you do it. That's how you lay on the floor. What do you want to talk about? You got anything? Nothing? Okay. Well, I want to talk about the fact that I tried to go to the library, but they were booked. So we got all the laminate laid today, the luxury vinyl plank. This is part of the closet. There's the his and her closet. This is another part of the closet. Here, let's look. That's the tile, and there's more tile and stuff that we did the other day. Here's more tile. This is all the master bathroom. Then we did all this master bedroom laminate. All the living room. We did tile in the half bath. We got these cabinets in. We got tile in the laundry room. We got all this dining room, office area, whatever. We got all this bedroom, bathroom, and then the closets, obviously. So we're very happy about that. Now, I want you guys to think, you might be sitting there thinking to yourself, I am depressed and I'm sad because I don't have everything that I want. Maybe you didn't get a pony, or maybe you feel like other people have more than you. And I just want to tell you that other people are happy with less than what you have. So I hope that encourages you to be happy with what you have. Also, a lot of times our salvation comes through our suffering. And people don't really talk about this because nobody wants to hear about suffering and whatever. But if you're being honest with yourself and you look back at your life, you'd probably be like, these were really hard times. But had that hard time not happened to you, it wouldn't have led you to the place where you became better. And a lot of times we don't change until the pain is great enough. And so those hard times were there to make you better, not bitter. So don't be sad about that. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. I'm going to get done ridiculously early today because I have something I need to do. So tomorrow we're going to put doors in, put trim in, and it will make a tremendous difference. Right now it looks very raw still, but you will notice that once we get doors and trim and then caulk and paint all this stuff, you'll be like, that is amazing. And then we should get granite here on the counters in the next couple of days. He had to install for some reason, but it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be absolute black granite, and then we're gonna have undermount sinks and everything. So, good morning. So, I have not talked to you guys all week because I had an abscessed tooth and I had to go to the dentist, and then he drilled in my face and then took it out. It was a horror story. But they went to put something back in there. They're like, we're gonna have to put an implant. I'm like, okay. And I went to Mexico because I was trying to save some money. And they dug back and they like start putting this thing in. I'm like, that's a horse molar. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And he unscrewed it and dug back in there. Like, you got a boar tooth. I'm like, no, dude, I'm a human being. He's like, oh, sorry. So he reached back and puts in this like an elephant tusk. I'm like, seriously? So he said, I'm gonna make you a good one, but it's gonna take a while. So my face has been hurting. But Fidel here does amazing granite work. Look at this. Is this not beautiful? So Fidel has magic and experience and helpers. And look how beautiful this is. You want to tell him about it?
Well, I'm with Fidel's Hardwood Floors company, and there's some guys working here. We do granite, hardwood floors, and
he's busy. His phone never stops ringing.
I know that I need people to quit calling me for a little while, but if y'all need any work, just give us a call.
And if you need his number, just give me a call or text me or whatever, and I will pass his number on to you. But it's just not beautiful. So we put in the undermount sink over here, drilled hole so I can put in the faucet. It's beautiful. This is all gorgeous. This is one piece. They brought this in one piece because they're like, Superman, look at your muscles. Show me your muscles.
Right here.
Look at that. It's unbelievable. He's got muscles on his muscles.
That's right.
Let me show you this other thing too. Come on. So we also did this right here with undermount, and this one over here, also with undermount. And I can't really shine the light on it right now, but I'll show you later. But he also put in this.
I think I got a little light.
Oh yeah, give us some light. Give us some light. This isn't done yet, but he put in this bottom for the shower.
Shower ledge.
The shower ledge. I can speak English. And then the seat over here is granite as well. So he does amazing work. I mean, this looks really, really good. So anything else you want to tell everybody? You do hardwoods too, so you can
yes, I do.
refinish hardwood floors, lay
install,
hardwood, yeah, lay tile,
stain and finish, yes. So just give us a call. Call John, and John will set y'all up.
Yep, here, show your number. That'll get you. Get close on that thing. Yeah, you can physically come closer, it's okay. Get that number. Call that man. Don't be stupid.
And we'll take care of you.
Yep.
Y'all have a good day.
He will.
Nice
He'll like
weekend.
pet you and like put a nice, like a cool cloth on your head. All the things that you need, right? Oh, you may take care of it. Like, do the work.
Yeah, yeah.
I really need to get some sleep. All right.